Welcome to Dark Toons. I know exactly what you're thinking. This isn't Doug Walker. I guess I've opened up Pandora's box. Or a trapdoor. Yeah. The classic stop motion adventures of Burke, Boney, and Druck. There's also Rog, Bubo, the thing upstairs.
Gary, take me for a walk.
That's just Wolfie. So yeah, the trapdoor came out in the mid-'80s, and then a couple years later, a second season came, then nothing else. Mysterious forces. Okay, isn't it interesting? You get all set up to talk about some dark tunes. You have all the whispers and moans and groans throughout the night, just like in this series, which aired in the early to mid-'90s in Australia. It's originally a British production. Now, this doesn't include any behind the screens or making of. You can find all the bonus stuff on YouTube, but it's not on DVD. It does have one little extra thing. Look at that. The main characters. The big red thing, though he's orange in this, but there's Rog. He's a recurring character. You got Drut, who has a family. You got Boney, of course. You got Burke. There's your episode guide. Pretty cool. So one DVD with all the episodes of both seasons on it. But no bonus features, which is really sad. But yeah, this show was awesome when it was on TV. Goes for 5 minutes. So each episode is 5 minutes, and there's a lot of stuff in there. I think they filmed like everything and then just cut it into different parts. Like, it's amazing what they do with stop motion and what they can accomplish. You know, you notice a few differences. Sometimes Boney's a little bit yellow, other times he's very white. I think Burke is a bit of a light blue in some episodes, and like there's so much going on, and some of the episodes are really frightening, like the music and the visuals, like when Boney's trapped down the trapdoor and Burke has to find him, and then it turns out he's having a weird crazy dream, but it sort of leaves you wondering, was it really a dream or did Burke go down? We don't really see the thing upstairs. Like, there's a brief glimpse of him. He looks like a big weird brain thing with big long tentacles, and we know he has lots of eyes and heaps of teeth. I think he's got 7 eyes. There's one where Burke loses one and it goes down the trapdoor and the eye moves and you hear the voice, "Oh, I've seen everything." Like, it's just an awesome show. It's funny, it's really sad, especially when Burke, he says he's leaving, but he comes back, and probably the saddest part is when Rog faces the big red thing and you think Rog's gone. But right at the very end, he's like, "Hello." And of course, Bubo, the little yellow monster thing that grumbles and goes, "Bleh." And Berkey blows him up and lets him fly around the room. You got the one with the big sponge thing, which doesn't even do anything, but Burke doesn't like it. He like hits it away. The whole castle floods and he's out at night calling out for the sponge. But lots and lots of memories with the trapdoor. Like, there's just And the theme song, don't you open that trapdoor. You're a fool if you dare. Stay away from that trapdoor, because there's something down there. And of course, I have an episode where he finds a radio, he plays the song, then all the monsters come in and they're dancing. Like, 2 people made it from memory. So they had all the sets, they had all the monsters there. I think Burke is about the size of my hand, and Boney is that small, and then Drut's like, I don't know, a bit smaller than a fist. But there's lots of detail in the trapdoor. It's just, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's got everything, and Blumhouse could make a movie of this. Like, because sometimes stop motion shows like Gogs, they had a 30-minute TV film. This one made a great horror film. Or they could bring it back, but instead of rebooting it, bring back the trapdoor, but make it the 3rd season, like all new trapdoor adventures. Of course, it will be CGI. Add some of the old clips in the beginning. Or I'd like a special countdown thing of like the best moments to introduce the new generation instead of rebooting it, because that'll be a shame. So, yeah, Burke, he's a slave, pretty much. He does everything for the thing upstairs. It might say it's going out for a bit, and we know it flies because Burke's on one of the towers of the castle, and we hear flapping of wings, and you hear the voice, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, just cleaning, sire." And sometimes he would mumble and go, "Oh, you big fat blubberks." And then you hear, "What's that?" And then Boney's like, "Oh, poor Burke. Always doing things." And Drut's just getting in the way. And there's an upsetting part how Burke throws Drut down the trapdoor, and then he regrets it and goes saves him. But oh wow, lots of monsters. Lots that make you go, ah!